So this is video number 5 of the differences between base Civ 5 and LeckMod. This video is devoted to the starting policy trees that are the 4 starting trees available to you in the ancient era: tradition, liberty, honor, piety. In the base game, these 4 are still policies you can open in ancient, but effectively there's really only 2 in the base game you can use: tradition and liberty, because they're the only ones that actually give you the sort of direct, immediate bonuses that a starting tree needs to have. Honor and piety in the base game, they don't give those production, food, happiness advantages that are so crucial in the early game. So essentially, you could pick them, but they're a good way to lose. The idea in LeckMod is to have all 4 of these starting policies to be viable. In particular, breaking these other 3 up to the sort of standard of tradition, because in the base game, 99% of the time you wanted to go tradition. Part of that was the map limiting space, but also part of it was that tradition was just really strong and flexible, and even liberty, the second best, was a sort of fringe candidate. It was only better in very certain positions, because it suffered a lot from gold issues, notably, from culture issues, from having to build a lot of redundant infrastructure. So the other trees, these 3 trees in particular, have been balanced to sort of upgrade them up to the tradition level. As a result, you can sort of, at the start of the game, pick any of these 4 and hypothetically have a solid game. Now, if you're a newer player, I'd really, really encourage you to restrict yourself just to tradition or liberty. I think they're the strongest and most flexible trees, as well as just being the safest. It's really hard, it's harder, I should say, to screw up with them. Particularly tradition. Tradition is still the safe pick, but I think liberty is very strong, even for beginners as well. Generally, when you start in the early game, you build 2 scouts, you have a look around. This is turn 6. This is about the time where I'd be thinking, okay, I'm going to make a choice about what my opening tree is. Now, in the base game, you just pick tradition by default. That's just how it would work. You might still build a monument in the base game, because the free monument policy has been moved up in tradition in the base game. So it's a long time to wait for that culture to get through tradition if you don't build a monument. But at this point, 6 turns in, I built 2 scouts. I'm thinking, if I'm going liberty or honor, I build a monument now. If I'm going tradition or piety, I don't, and I build, a worker, a shrine, and then settlers. What to look for generally in terms of what you're thinking about for policies. Tradition is for areas where you have a very strong cap, good growth potential, and a number of strong cities to expand to. So for example, this could easily be a tradition game. Settle 4 cities, maybe here, maybe a 5th somewhere. That'd be a pretty strong tradition game. Alternatively, I could go liberty, in which I'd be looking to plant multiple cities, so I need lots of space, lots of luxuries. So liberty here, I'm thinking I could settle here somewhere, here. So I have room for liberty here. If I was to go honor, I'd be looking at these 3 city-states. Honor is really about taking over cities and converting them to your civilization, building the courthouses, getting the bonuses around that. Because all of honor is essentially rooted around killing units, capturing cities, and turning those cities to your benefit. And then finally, if I was piety, I'd maybe look about something like picking Sun God for extra food off these olives, or I could pick Rite of Spring for extra culture. Essentially, with piety, you're looking to, it's similar to tradition, the gameplay. With piety, you're settling 2 to 4 cities and really looking to leverage your religion, leverage that extra faith into your bonuses, rather than getting sort of passive bonuses from tradition. Again, for newer players, I'd recommend really just stick to tradition or liberty. My rule of thumb generally is, if I can see 5 or 6 good expansion spots, I'll pick liberty. If I see fewer than that, I'll pick tradition. That's a sort of easy, simple way to go about it.